Hey Bama Nation, getting ready for Badbeat 12 coming March 28th at Convict Casino. Right now we have Misha Nassiri taking on Kyra Batara for our fight. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well, thank you very much.
Now, we can see right off the bat the quality is a little bit different, but there's a reason why the quality of the internet for you is different than most people. And why is that?
Well, I am active duty military. I'm a Marine, and I just so happen to still live in the barracks, so I got to deal with the internet that doesn't always, it's not always the best quality right now.
You're mentioning something earlier, and it's something about first time taking a shower in how long?
That's embarrassing. Well, got out of I just got out of the field, and you don't have showers out there, so it's like baby wipes and everything. It was a week. It was a good week before I got to take a shower.
Well, going into it, how is it having to be out in the fields, being that you live in the barracks, active military? How is it affecting your training?
It definitely makes it a little more difficult, but you just got to fight through it. And in the field, you don't always have the time or the opportunity to do the same thing. So I just do whatever I can whenever I can do it. Like every minute that I have to spare, I'll be training. You know, as much as I'd rather be shopping or doing my nails sometimes, or whatever. You gotta dedicate that time to do something you love this much.
And my question to you, this is our first interview for BAMMA USA. Misha, my question is, what got you started in MMA in the first place?
Well, I've always loved fighting. I've done it since I was little, and not to sound cocky or anything, but it's to me it's easy. I mean, it's physical. Like there's obviously like physical strains and everything, but you have all these people that have their own niche. Like you have doctors who are geniuses. Like they study all their life. They love doing it. For me, it's like I love fighting. I love being physical. As I said, I love shopping and doing my nails. It's all easy to me. It's just something I love to do. And when you have that love for it, it just comes naturally. I get to jump in a cage, beat a girl up, put my heels back on, and walk away and like do my thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, it seems like something that you've enjoyed for many years now, and I know that you're new with your pro career. Your first
Yeah.
pro fight, you won with the TKO within 20 seconds.
Yes.
How was that feeling?
It felt absolutely amazing. I have been fighting all my life, but I'm pretty new to MMA, so having that feeling, having like that rush, I never would have imagined it. I never would have imagined to do MMA in such depth. I thought maybe, like I'll train in a gym and be fit, but like once it started coming and I started doing fights, like there's nothing that compares. I love doing this. It's amazing.
And you say you love it so much. What does it mean to you knowing that women's MMA is really on the incline?
I think it's great that females get to have this opportunity. Partly, I feel like, because a lot of people ask me too, like, do you feel like you need to prove yourself? I don't. I just love that the opportunity is there, and I think that proving myself comes with stepping in the cage. But besides that, like, I don't have a problem being girly and people, underestimating me all the time. Like, oh, look, there's a girl that, just looks in the mirror and does her makeup and does this and that, and she's probably not gonna be a good fighter. And then I step up and kick their butt, and like I just love the opportunity. I love the fact that females are able to show what they're made of, without having to answer to anyone. Like, trying to get into the fighting. It's already there. It's already open for us at this point.
And then going up against someone like Kyra Batara, she's debuting for her pro career. What do you know about your opponent?
Um, as far as I know, I'm pretty sure she's a little younger than me. She has a pretty solid amateur career, so to say, and I think she's primarily, I'm pretty sure she's primarily, sorry, I butchered that. She's a ground fighter, so, and I'm a stand-up fighter, so I think that's a great, like, collision of styles right there. Um, she, she's, I think she's a little more, as far, because I never did that many amateur fights. I like started doing pro a little sooner in my career. So I think she, as far as experience, she's good to go. And I'll still give it to her regardless.
Now for Kyra, this is going to be her pro debut. You've already gone through the initial pro debut for yourself. So you know that she's coming in hungry. So my question to you is, are you going to be more cautious because you've already been there? Or are you going to be putting on more of a show just to pull out all the stops for her?
I don't care how she comes in, how hungry she is, honey. I'm going to give it to her all I got. Every time I step in the cage, that's pretty much what it's going to be. I don't care who I'm fighting. She's in my mind, she's already dead. Now, I'm not underestimating her, but my goal is to rip her to pieces, and the referee's going to have to stop me before I get there.
Tough words for a tough lady. Active Sergeant U.S. Marine Corps, I will never doubt you in my mind. Getting ready for this fight, my question also is, after this fight, where do you see yourself going?
I want to go all the way. I'm getting out pretty soon. I'm getting out of the Marine Corps, and I'm gonna continue fighting. I want a career, and all the big names like Bellator, UFC, wherever I can go. I just want to continue fighting, and if that eventually rolls into anything else, I wouldn't mind that either, of course. But right now, my mind is just set on fighting and fighting the best girls in the game that I can.
Now, you're getting out of the military. How long have you been in for the service?
I've been in for a little over 3.5 years at this point, and got about 5, 6 more months to go, which fighting is one of the reasons I am getting out, just because, like, I love the Marine Corps. It's fun. It's difficult, but it is fun. But fighting's just something that I want to do for me, and I think it's time to take that step and move on.
Being in the military, being a woman, taking on women's MMA, how is it with your family? They must be very supportive.
Very. See, I have a crazy, crazy family, so I get different things from everyone. Like, of course, my mom and my grandma started out crying, like, why are you doing this? You're gonna get your face busted up. I have my other cousin, like, you're too pretty to do this. You're gonna come out and look like Quasimodo. And then, of course, my brother absolutely loves it. We grew up beating each other up, so he's all excited about it. But in the end, like, whether they started out kind of iffy about it, they're all very supportive, and they help me out as much as they can. My family lives all over the world, so it's usually cell phone calls or Skype or whatever, but they do what they can to support me.
Well, and do know, especially given the fact that your family is all over the country, this fight is going to be available on pay-per-view. What would it mean to you knowing that they could watch you from anywhere they are?
It's amazing. I mean, I don't get to see them a lot at all. Just recently, like my grandpa especially, he's been ill. Like, I don't know how much longer he has. So, and I know he would love it. He used to be in the military and everything. So, being able to make that connection, even though I'm not there with them, would mean the world to me. Like, cause I know they're gonna be proud watching me. It will be wonderful.
Knowing that they get to see you fight. That's amazing. So obviously, training has been very difficult, being that you're active military. Who are you training with, and who are your sponsors for this fight?
I am training with Sean Loeffler mainly, who's my coach and my manager. I'm also well, we got a bunch of amazing coaches at the compound, which is a gym I train at. Also, my boyfriend, who's also in the military, and he also fight. He, when no one else is around, like when I'm at lunch, I'll call him up, and he'll beat me up for a little bit, get me better. Um,
Conventional way of having a relationship, but that's kind of awesome.
it's fun.
Any
And
aggression you have, you can take it out on him, huh?
yes and no. Like I have a hard time trying to. I have a hard time trying to punch him, but sometimes I'll use like, babe, let's spar. But really, I'm just angry and I'm trying to punch him in the face. But it's sorry.
It's okay.
Most of the time I have a hard time like punching him in the face. I feel bad about it, but there are some times where I call him out. Hey babe, let's go spar real quick, but it will really be have an underlying meaning. I'm trying to. He's actually here walking around, and don't get in the screen.
She's calling you out, my friend. She's calling you out.
He's walking. He's walking around in like a Speedo wrestling little onesie.
It's wrestling spats. That's all it is. Let me stop.
Sorry about that.
Well, and usually I have an interview with just the fighter themselves, but since your boyfriend's there, how is it having your girlfriend fight on a card with another fight for girls? How does it feel having her going in the cage to beat up another girl?
It's like a dream come true. It's she's a woman that I can actually not only love, hold, care, and all that extra fun stuff, but if I want to take her into the ring and just want to roll, because I'm a jiu-jitsu guy myself, and we can go ahead and do it. If we want to spar, we can go ahead and do it. We want to go out on a romantic dinner and then do some push-ups after and spar.
That is a very
we can go ahead
awesome
and do
dynamic.
it. She doesn't mind hitting, and I don't mind hitting. Well, I do mind hitting her, but not in that manner.
Okay.
You're good. All right.
Well, good to know, and I'm glad that she has your support too, especially that you're also in the military. Again, thank you also for your service. We need more people just like you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
What kind of response are you getting from your other active military friends and the people that you work with daily?
The people that I work with daily, they're supportive. I have Marines that show up to all of my fights. They try to be there for me. They're always asking about it. It is a little difficult just because I have to go through extra paperwork because the Marine Corps and their side of things and thinking about my safety. Like I can't get hurt. Let's say something goes down today. We get a bunch of people that try to shoot up the base and everybody has to go fight, which unlikely to happen, but they want my safety is first, and they want like justifications. It makes it a little difficult, but as far as the Marines individually, they're just amazing about it. They help out. They're always discussing what my next walkout song should be or what I should wear. They're great about it.
Well, that's awesome, and of course safety is number one. And speaking of safety, we are 2 weeks out. What's the main focus for you within these last 2 weeks? What's your game plan for training?
Right now, I'm just focused on cardio and getting better. We had the days of going hard and, really beating each other up. At this point, I just don't want to get hurt, so I'm mainly going to work on good technique and cardio.
Okay. Well, we wish you success in this fight. Stay healthy within these last 2 weeks. And the quality is getting a little bad, so we're going to go ahead and cut it a little bit shorter. I just want to say thank you for your service, and we look forward to seeing you come fight night.
Okay.